"Case dismissed," the judge said sharply, slamming his gavel with a finality that echoed off the wood-paneled walls. His grey eyes swept over the uniformed soldier standing in front of him, a member of the U.S. Army's elite Tomb Guard unit, his posture perfect, his eyes hidden behind dark sunglasses. "This court doesn't waste time on theatrics," the judge added, leaning forward. "You and your little flag show have no place here." The gallery shifted uneasily. Veterans in the back straightened, civilians frowned, and a few reporters scribbled faster in their notebooks. The tomb guard didn't move. He stood at attention, the gold buttons on his dark blue jacket catching the courtroom light, the metal ribbons on his chest speaking for him more than any words could. Slowly, he lifted his head, meeting the judge's gaze without flinching. "Permission to speak freely, Your Honor?" he asked. The judge waved dismissively. "You've already wasted enough of my time. Before we move further into this story, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to hear. Let's dive in." The soldier's voice was calm, but it carried the weight of a man who knew the value of silence. "I guard the tomb of the unknown soldier," he began. "Rain, snow, blistering heat. It doesn't matter. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. That flag outside your courthouse flies because men like me stand in the shadows, unseen, making sure it never touches the ground." A murmur swept through the gallery. The judge leaned back, unimpressed. "This isn't Arlington. This is a civil court. And your feelings about a flag don't make it a legal matter." The soldier didn't break his stance. "It's not feelings, it's respect. 2 days ago, during a ceremony, a local official cut our guard short, ordered the flag lowered early, and laughed when I objected. That's what brought me here." The judge sighed as if the explanation bored him. "Like I said, case dismissed." He banged the gavel again and began gathering his papers. But before he could stand, the heavy courtroom doors swung open. A man in a sharply pressed dress uniform with the rank of general strode in, flanked by 2 aides. Every veteran in the room instinctively straightened. The general didn't ask permission to speak. He walked straight to the front, stopping beside the tomb guard. "Your Honor," he said in a voice that was both respectful and edged with steel, "I'm here because I heard what happened. And I'm here because this man doesn't stand alone." The judge blinked, momentarily thrown off. "And you are?" The general's lips tightened. "Commanding General of the U.S. Army Military District of Washington. I oversee the tomb of the unknown soldier, which means every guard under my watch is my responsibility. When one of my men is disrespected in uniform, that's not just an insult to him. It's an insult to the entire armed forces." The courtroom was silent, except for the sound of a pen falling from a reporter's hand. The general stepped closer to the bench. "This case isn't about theatrics. It's about whether this country still honors the people who give their lives so you can bang that gavel in peace. And I will personally see to it that every veterans group, every news outlet, and every member of Congress hears how you dismissed it." The judge's confident expression faltered. He shifted in his seat. "General, The general raised a hand. "Number, you will listen. The tomb guard's watch is not ceremonial fluff. It is a living promise. It says that even when the world forgets, we remember. You may not care about that flag, but countless mothers and fathers who've buried their children do. And I guarantee they'll care to know you don't." Cameras clicked rapidly now. The judge glanced toward the clerk, clearly aware the moment was being recorded. "Perhaps," he said, clearing his throat, "I was hasty." The general turned to the soldier beside him. "You have my permission to resume this case through military counsel. We'll see to it that the proper respect is restored." The tomb guard finally moved, saluting the general with crisp precision before turning toward the judge. "Sir," he said evenly, "you may not remember this day, but I promise you, I will." With that, the soldier and the general walked out together, the gallery rising to its feet in silent respect. Outside, the steps of the courthouse were lined with veterans, some in uniform, some wearing caps from wars decades old. The moment the tomb guard emerged, applause broke out. Not the loud, raucous kind, but the deep, steady kind that comes from people who know exactly what's being honored. The general spoke briefly to the press, reminding them that the tomb guard's duty is sacred, and that disrespect, whether from an enemy or from within, cannot be tolerated. Inside, the judge sat alone at the bench for a long moment after the crowd had gone. His gavel still lay before him, but the sound of its strike now felt hollow. For the first time that day, he realized the truth. In dismissing the case, he had dismissed far more than a legal argument. He had dismissed the very people who made it possible for his court to exist. And now, with every camera, microphone, and social media feed already telling the story, there would be no dismissing the consequences. Respect isn't given because it's convenient. It's upheld because it's sacred. Disrespect those who guard the honor of others, and you dishonor yourself. If this story touched you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know how you feel in the comments.